Manipulating objects in 3 dimensions in Photoshop is actually easier than you might think, particularly with objects like boxes. So let's see the basic way of going about this. Here's our box, and we want to duplicate this layer, so with the Move tool we can hold down the Alt key, and as we drag it we make a copy. If we hold the Shift key as well, we move that copy directly up. And let's bring it up so that it's just the bottom corner is now touching the top corner of the original box. Now we can see there's a perspective problem, and we need to correct that. In order to make this work, we need to split the box into its component sections. So let's use the lasso tool. Now we could use the polygonal lasso, but I prefer to use the regular lasso tool and simply hold the Alt key, and that gives us the polygonal lasso tool temporarily. I'm going to select along the top edge of the box and then straight down this side. And I'm going to select this face here and cut it to a new layer. And the shortcut for that is Shift Command J on a Mac, Shift Control J on a PC. And now we can see it's there as layer 1. If we hide that, that's a separate layer from the rest of the box. Let's go back to our box copy again, and this time we'll select the very top of it. Alt key again to turn the lasso tool into the polygonal lasso, and I'm dragging along the top, and now I can loop around the whole of the top of the box. Once again, cut this to a new layer. So there are the 3 layers: right side, left side, and the top of the box. Let's start with the left side of the box. We want to distort this so that it matches the perspective of the original. And although it might seem like a complex operation, actually this is remarkably simple. Go into Free Transform using Command T on a Mac, Control T on a PC. We want to leave the right hand edge where it is. So what we do is we grab the center handle, holding the Command key on a Mac or the Control key on a PC, and that allows us to shear this box. And as you can see, we can move that around. The right hand edge stays where it is. If we hold the Shift key down as well, that constrains the shearing. So as we drag it down, it moves in a purely vertical direction. And we can bring it down there to meet the top of the original box underneath. And say OK to that. Now, let's have a look at the other side of this box. We'll reveal that in the Layers panel. And there it is. The left edge already, of course, lines up with the left-hand side of the box because we didn't move the right side of this original panel. Once again, we can go into Free Transform. Having made sure we have the right side of the box selected, we can go into Free Transform, Command on a Mac, Control on a PC, to drag this side down, and once again holding the Shift key so it moves in a vertical direction. And click Enter. And we can see what a convincing result we have here. Simply by dragging that down, we've altered the perspective of the top part of the box so that it now matches the whole of the scene. And in fact, this is now fitting in true perspective. If we were to draw vanishing lines, we'd see that's the case. So what about the handle at the top? Well, let's show our original top again. Well, the first thing we want to do is to move it downwards. Making sure it's selected, of course, is to move it downwards. And we can see, well, it's in front of the 2 sides of this box, so let's drag it beneath them in the Layers panel. All we need to do is to distort this as well. Into Free Transform, and Command on a Mac, Control on a PC, to grab the side handles, and we can move this and distort it so that it once again goes in perspective with the rest of our box. Once we've done that, we can select the piece we don't want visible on the end and delete it. And there is our distorted duplicate box in 3 dimensions.